Boy, y'all won't believe what just happened. Boy, the media is panicking right now, like CNN, MSNBC, all of them are panicking. Said that the media panics after Donald Trump threatens to sue the media for defamation, and he has every right to do that. That crap that CNN pulled, if y'all still remember, like a week before the election, they brung some woman up that said that Donald Trump did something to her 31 years ago. So you telling me this woman waited 31 years and 1 week before an election to try to come on and say that he did something to her? It's like, this is the stuff that they've been doing for the longest. You see, ABC just had to pay Donald Trump $15 million because of that lawsuit he put on. Now, Donald Trump is going after everybody who defamed him. He just got George Slopinopoulos. He had to pay him. Like, Donald Trump is not playing around, and I'm glad he's doing it because that right there is going to stop these people from slandering this man, defaming him. These people that were trying to cheat, help Kamala Harris win the election. Donald Trump is not holding back, and I'm loving it, and I'm glad he's doing this. Like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know who all stayed to the very end. I really, really appreciate it. It definitely helps me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel, and let's go.
In this video today, CNN is freaking out because Trump threatens to sue additional media outlets for defaming him. Also, the White House, John Kirby, is finally admitting what we've always known all along about the drones in the skies of New Jersey. And Canada's Deputy Prime Minister dropped her resignation papers today. And of course, Trump was there to troll Justin Trudeau. But let's start with the supercut of the media companies defaming Trump.
It's egregious, and you know, this is now different from 2016 because he has been found liable for. So it's.
But I do think the Democrats also need to look at him and go, why are we not beating this guy? Why is
that's the crap that I'm talking about right there? She's talking about he's been found liable, but no, he was not. This is what they did. That's why Donald Trump need to get all of these people for that crap.
Convicted felon, this man has been found liable for.
At the end of the day, what we know from Donald Trump is that he has over 24 credible allegations of sexual assault. We know that he was found liable for.
If you don't want to be held liable like Donald Trump has, don't grab the woman's genitalia.
I just have to say, I'll take those concerns seriously if you also express concerns about the allegations. He's been found liable.
And my only message to all of these individuals is this: if you guys don't want to be held liable for defamation, or if the network doesn't even want to go through that nasty process, why don't you guys stop lying about President Trump, huh? Why don't you guys just report the facts and keep it there? But when you guys cross the line and start making this about a personal beef with him, like George Slopinopoulos, then you end up like them, and you deserve the consequences, right?
I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points, and it became the biggest story all over the world.
Yeah, it was.
Because I was going to win Iowa by 20 points. The farmers love me, and I love the farmers.
Now, let me give you an example of how they're freaking out. Here's Jake Tapper responding to the threat that Trump stated in his press conference this morning, that he's going to sue media outlets.
And we should note, Kristen, I don't want to overstate Trump's friendliness and genial attitude at this press conference, because this weekend ABC News agreed to pay $16 million, including legal fees, to settle a defamation lawsuit brought by Trump against the network and their anchor, George Stephanopoulos. And that obviously will not be the end of this campaign against the media, legal campaign against the media. We heard him go after many other news outlets today. Take a listen.
Well, I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper. We're filing one on 60 Minutes. We're involved in one which has been going on for a while and very successfully against Bob Woodward. We have one, very interestingly, on Pulitzer, because reporters at the New York Times, Washington Post got Pulitzer Prizes for their wonderful, accurate, and highly professional reporting on the Russia hoax.
We don't have time to go into all of that, but just to touch base on a couple. There's one of them is the people of Iowa, the Des Moines Register. That's because there was a poll that was inaccurate, The one on 60 Minutes is because they didn't like the editing that had been done to the
On a
Kamala
soundbite
Harris.
from Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I mean, this is wildly ridiculous.
Now the same way that
also it's ridiculous. So y'all up here trying to steal an election. That's ridiculous because Donald Trump is doing something about it. They thought just because Donald Trump won, he was just gonna let everything slide. Okay, y'all try to cheat, but I won. I'm not gonna worry about it. No, he won and he's still going after them. They tried to cheat. They took out Kamala Harris' answer. They took out her answer and put a whole different answer into it and tried to lie to the people. They tried to help her win the election by taking out that answer and giving her and putting a whole new answer there. So now it's weird because Donald Trump is doing something about it. Like these people are crazy. They feel like they can get on TV and say all of this stuff. He's been found liable for this. No, he has not. But they kept pushing it because they wanted the American people to just, see them constantly say that over and over so it can try to keep people from not wanting to vote for Donald Trump by saying he's found liable for this. So that'll just make people say, you know what, I can't vote for Trump because he done found liable for this. And the media was pushing it. CNN, ABC, all of them was pushing this crap. And I'm glad Donald Trump is doing something about this. That's the only way it's going to stop.
that Jake Tapper feels about Trump threatening to sue these other media companies is the same way that American citizens have always felt about the media. You guys are wildly ridiculous with how you report on Trump and how you guys have been withholding information, how you guys manipulate information, how you guys have actually turned into activists instead of just being true journalists where you report the facts.
Well, one of the things to keep in mind here is that Donald Trump feels like he won. I mean, this weekend, by having a settlement with ABC, one that many people did not think was going to come to fruition. They thought that this would end up in court, or that it would certainly not be a settlement in which ABC paid $16 million and issued a public apology, which was part of this, has been a situation which has empowered and emboldened Donald Trump.
So it looks like she also got the talking points that Brian Seltzer was using over the weekend. Embolden is that new term. You guys keep paying attention. You'll continue to hear that word, of course. So the bottom line here, what Trump is doing is he's highlighting a broader issue. And what is that? Well, major media outlets often make defamatory claims without any repercussions. There's zero accountability, all right? So good on Trump for...
And like they say, zero accountability, and that was the reason why they kept slandering him. That's why they kept defaming him, because they felt like Donald Trump wasn't going to do anything about it, and they can just keep doing it. Now, Jake Tapper want to say it's ridiculous because Donald Trump is going after these people who was constantly slandering him. Like, what? When was it ever wrong to go after people for defamation? What's so wrong about that? Obviously, ABC knew they was wrong, was the reason why they settled for that $15 million. And then that $1 million that came from George Slopinopoulos. They knew they was in the wrong. That's why they settled. They didn't want to take it no farther. And the same thing is going to happen to Jake Tapper, CNN, all of these people who were saying all this wild stuff. Donald Trump is coming back to hunt them. Now, when Joe Biden was going after Donald Trump this whole time, what was they doing? You seen CNN, they was laughing it up. Oh, he's a convicted felon. He's in and out of the court. But Hunter Biden been a convicted felon for the longest, but look what his dad just did for him. Just wiped his whole slate clean all the way back from 2014. Why did Joe Biden do that? Because he wanted to cover his own tracks. Joe Biden did that for him. So they couldn't investigate into him. So that's the reason why he did that full pardon for his son. It's like these people think we slow or something. We ain't slow. We know exactly what's going on. And Donald Trump is doing the right thing.
Doing this. And we know why ABC doesn't want to move forward and go to trial over this, because there might be even more corruption that ends up being exposed. I don't know. How about that presidential debate?
Is he trying to intimidate the media with this strategy?
I think he is well within bounds to play the game that he thinks they're playing against him, which is to lie about him, to try to shape the narrative around him in ways that he doesn't believe are accurate. My belief is, why can't people just be precise? So look what happened to ABC. They were not precise in what they said, and you can't be so flip with this kind of serious information when we're talking about, the public affairs of our country. I mean, I've been on TV over the last several years with people who I thought were really loose with their language and how they described him. I've heard it on Pete Hegseth. I've heard it a number of times.
We've been saying this for some time now,
Yep.
that every time we have to react to what the media is saying, we always leave thinking, man, how do they get away with talking that way? You know, it's not about
Yep.
reporting facts anymore. They don't even care about the truth. They
Don't
care
care.
about the narrative.
Yep.
And sometimes that narrative is violent. It is defamatory. It is out of touch. It's based on delusion. But here is Allie Phillips telling you otherwise, that it's actually Republicans who are defaming individuals, not Democrats.
Oh,
On the
God.
internet every day, Al Gore's internet, and I see all kinds of smears against Democrats being perpetrated by the new media in conservative circles. Are those folks ready to be sued?
No, that's not what's happening here. As Scott said, it's about holding major media outlets accountable in a game that they're one-sided on, and that's the way. It's not about the money for Trump. He's not doing that.
Now, the problem with Abby Phillips and her argument here is, even if what she says is true, and I bet I could find people on the right defaming people on the left, but defaming wouldn't be the correct word, because defamation implies that not only is the person knowingly saying something that is false, but it is actually causing harm and damage to your reputation.
Exactly. That's the main thing. What she don't realize is that all of y'all over there on CNN that was pushing that Donald Trump R-worded this woman, the same crap that George Slopanopoulos was saying, they was running with that same crap. Why would people vote for a convicted felon? Why would people vote for an R-word who did this to multiple women? This is what they was constantly saying. And now when the tables turn, they want to act so innocent. I didn't do anything. Is Donald Trump trying to scare he ain't got to try to scare the media. You're going to scare yourself because you're going to keep coming out of all that money out your bank account and paying him. That's going to shut you up. That's going to stop you from defaming this man. No, so at the same time, it ain't the point that Donald Trump doing it for money. Donald Trump's a billionaire. He don't have to do it for money. But he's doing it because you need to shut your mouth and stop defaming people, because it hurts them. It hurts their reputation. The stuff that, and here's the main kicker right here. Think about all the stuff that y'all was saying led to this man almost losing his life twice. The man almost lost his life twice because of the rhetoric coming from the left, from CNN, ABC, the rhetoric that was coming from Tampon 10 Walls, Kamala Harris, when they were pushing this Hitler stuff. He's a threat to democracy. He's going to be a day one dictator. All of that stuff that y'all kept, then y'all was saying it over and over. And this man almost lost his life twice. And then not only that, when they got the second guy, that when they Ryan Routh, they went to while Donald Trump was playing golf. And then once he did go to jail, the DOJ released a paper talking about that the guy was going to pay somebody $150,000 if they can finish the job, which means take out Donald Trump. Why would the DOJ release a letter like that to the public saying that this guy that's in jail that they caught was going to pay them $150,000 if they finish the job? It's just that type of stuff. Donald Trump has every right to go after these people, just like CNN, just like Jake Tapper, all of these people who was defaming him. Now they want to just play like they ain't do nothing wrong. Now they want to say, well, what about the right? What about what they did to us? Man, get out of here with that. And we ain't falling for none of that crap.
Now, I don't see how we would be able to damage CNN's reputation any further. Exactly. I don't see how we could damage Joy Reid's reputation any further. I think they've damaged their own reputation by how much they lied to their own audience. But hey, that's a whole nother thing.
Well, all right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and stop it right there. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Devore Darkins. Let him know that I sent you. And like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Now you see how the media they panicking. And like I said before, like what Devore said, like CNN, how can anybody hurt y'all reputation? Y'all hurt your own reputation because y'all not fair. Y'all one-sided. Y'all never say anything bad about Kamala Harris. I never hear y'all say anything bad about her. You never say anything bad about Joe Biden. Y'all always got something to say about Donald Trump. Y'all no different from The View. You can't go over there and find that The View and said one thing bad about Kamala Harris. Everything is a positive light for her. And that's what I'm talking about. So Donald Trump has every right to go after these people for slandering him. And he started off by letting everybody know. When he got ABC and George Slopanopoulos, because George Slopanopoulos said the same thing. Donald Trump was found liable for this. And that was a lie. And he kept saying it. Why? Because he tried to hurt Donald Trump's reputation. He tried to stop people from wanting to vote for him by saying that, and ABC aired it and let it go because ABC could have told George Stephanopoulos to stop saying it, or they should have never released it. But they released it anyway for people to hear because they wanted to smear Donald Trump, and they paid the price. That's why they had to pay him $15 million, and George Stephanopoulos, I think, had to pay $1 million of his own money. That'll shut you up. So I feel like Donald Trump is doing the right thing. That's the only way the media are going to shut their mouth and stop with all this slandering and feeling like they can just say anything that they want because they over there on CNN and they thought that Donald Trump wasn't going to do anything about it just because he won. Think about this. Just because Donald Trump won, they thought they were like, okay, he won, so he ain't going to say nothing. Shoot, Donald Trump won and he's still going after these people. They go to show you, man, he ain't playing at all. So, like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.